Hey, new dog owner. I understand you got a new dog. We're going to show you all the things that we recommend for new pets. Come on in the store. I'll show you. So first, we're going to talk to you about what it is that you need in terms of feeding your dog. We want to make sure that your dog's on a high quality diet because one of the things that we've learned over the years is that if we feed our dogs garbage, that we're going to have health problems down the road. So let's talk to one of our experts over here. Hey, Christina. So one of the recommended brands that we have here at DogiZone is Nutrisource. Can you tell me your favorite thing about Nutrisource?
With Nutrisource, I do really like the fact that there is more variety of things that you can choose from. So then they have like the Pure Vita of Nutrisource and regular Nutrisource. You got grain-free and with wholesome grains, whichever you really pick there. But then they also have wet food options, the toppers, however they want to design their food, even with Nutrisource.
So you can actually design your food with Nutrisource. That's pretty cool. The second brand that we really like, well, I should say, not that we really like, but also our clients, is From. So Christina, talk to us about that a little bit.
So yeah, From is definitely one that a lot of people like to come in for because they stand by that brand because they have a lot of different varieties of even flavor profiles I kind of put there, where they got anything from salmon and trout to things that are your basic just chicken, but again, they have not only their dry kibbles, but a whole array of different wet foods. Wide range of options there. And lastly, the creme de la creme, the food that is the very best food that we recommend is Open Farm. And Christina, why do we love Open Farm so much? Because it's definitely one that does want everybody to know how they get their food made. Like they give you even a QR code to scan, but they want to go into all the detail that they can with anybody that buys them of what all they put in their food.
Super transparent about their ingredients. We think that that's critically important when selecting dog food because otherwise the ingredients can be coming from places that are really not high quality and that are in turn fillers that are being put into your food. I would almost go as far as saying this is like stuff that you and I could eat. We're close. All right, now that you're feeding your dog the best food in the world, we're going to talk to you about how it is that you can keep your dog safe. We have 3 ways to manage our dogs, and that is through containment, restraint, and training. But I'm going to talk to you about restraint today, and that is utilizing our very own doggy leash. This leash here is my favorite type of leash. It is the leash that we use here at DogiZone. The reason why I love it so much is we can quickly and easily put this on our dog even when they're not wearing a collar. So this is a good way to keep our dogs safe because they cannot slip out of this, but it is not necessarily meant to be an identification type of leash. So I'm going to now show you a collar, which is a flat buckle collar. This is meant to actually keep your dog's identification on. You can also hook a leash to this, but I usually don't. This is really for me just something that I'm going to have on my dog to keep them identified. Of course, we need to make sure that your dog can be identified utilizing a tag. We have a lot of different options of tags here. I'm a circle kind of guy. I just like to keep it plain, simple. You can design your tags here, many places that you can get tags, but make sure that your dog has one along with a microchip. All right, we're gonna talk dog toys now. We have a lot of different toy options here, and I'm not gonna tell you to buy anything that you see in this section here unless you want your dog to destroy it. I'm just kidding. They're all great, but they're not meant to be chew toys. These are stuffed plush toys, which meant that they're just there to be fun, interactive toys with your dog. You shouldn't leave them alone with it. So if you want to get something that's soft and easy for your dog to play with, this is a great thing. They work great for older dogs and for really young dogs who are maybe just getting into chewing. But again, we want to make sure that they don't have something that they are going to destroy. So in order to make sure that they have something safe, I would recommend something like a Star Mark ball. It's one of my favorite toys. We can put their dog food inside of this. This will help keep our dogs busy. It's also a great fetch toy. So very durable and something that I use with my own dogs. Next thing is the nylabone. So if you want something that your dog can chew on and really do some damage to, getting a nylabone is the way to go. Most dogs don't like these unless you really introduce it to them the right way. So don't just throw it on the ground, tease them with it, make it a high value thing, and don't leave it out with them for longer than about 15 or 20 minutes at a time. If they stop chewing on it, take it away. Make it exciting for them, and they will learn to love chewing on this. It's a great way to also keep your dog's teeth clean, because we cannot brush our dog's teeth. Many people try to and realize it actually doesn't do anything. And last but not least, the Kong toy. If you are not familiar with this, and you probably shouldn't own a dog, I'm just kidding. This is the most popular dog toy that has ever been produced. This is a very safe toy. Again, given that we have the right size, strength for the dog. We can put peanut butter inside of this, we can put pumpkin, we can put yogurt. This can be frozen, and this is a great toy to occupy your dog, similar to the Star Mark ball that I showed you earlier. I can also use this as a fetch toy, and while this one doesn't have it, you can also put the Kong on a rope so that you can take this and you can toss it even further than you would normally be able to throw it. We gotta keep our dogs safe. This is a crate. You know what a crate is? Hope so. This is not the crate that I would actually recommend to you. This is for travel, okay? The type of crate that you want to use is actually a Midwest crate. And the Midwest crates have a divider panel, so if you have a puppy and you need to adjust the size of it, you can do that. But we do highly suggest making sure that you do have a way to contain your dog when you are not with them. It goes back to those 3 pillars of management of contain, restrain, and train. So we want to make sure that we have that crate whenever we're not with our dogs. We can contain them in that space to keep them safe. Next thing I highly recommend is a treat pouch or a food pouch. When I'm first starting off with my dogs, I actually tend to feed my dogs by hand, and I do that so that I can practice training with them. Again, here I am talking to you, contain, restrain, train. You've heard me say that 3 times now. So if you're thinking, this guy's onto something, you're right. I have been doing this for a long time and have learned that if you are not following those 3 pillars of management, you will have problems. So you want training help? We're gonna help you with that last. But make sure that you have one of these, because if not for training, you're gonna need it for something else. All right, let's talk supplements. This is the Grizzly Wild Salmon Oil. Now, this is something that is a topper. You just put a pump of this on top of your dog's food. This will help your dog to have an amazing skin and coat. So you might be saying to yourself, well, I don't know if my dog needs this. This has just got a bunch of omegas in it, really. So there's nothing bad coming out of this. This is only gonna be beneficial for your dog, even if they don't have skin and coat issues. So just keep that in mind. Something for you to consider. If you're a supplement taker yourself, you might be a supplement giver for your dogs. There's too many treats for me to share with you right now. I can't even tell you which one is the best one to get, and the reason why is because there's so many different flavors and so many different styles. So I'm gonna give you the quick guide. You have soft, chewy treats, which are perfect for training. So I usually recommend something like Small Bite. It's really good for training. Your dog can chew it up very quickly. Next, you're gonna have your crunchy biscuit style treats. Those are good if you wanna give your dog something that's just like sit down, chew on it. It's gonna take them a while to eat. And then you also have your jerkies and your other natural chews that are really common. So I want you to think about buying the treat that makes sense for you. I would encourage you to make sure that you have a training treat on hand, because hopefully you train this dog. All right, now if you're a brave soul and you are planning to be the one to do all of your dog's grooming, depending on the breed of dog, you're gonna need some different grooming tools, but I'm gonna cover the 2 that are most common for people to need to purchase. Number 1 is a nail trimmer. Now, while there's a variety of different nail trimmers, my personal preference is the scissor type. I have a little bit larger breed dogs, so this is my favorite. Next, we're gonna also need to make sure that we have a brush for our dogs. Most dogs do require some level of daily brushing. Now, the varieties of brushes out there is very wide, so do your research and make sure you choose the brush that's best for your breed of dog. So you've heard me say now many times to make sure that you contain, restrain, and train your dog, and that is a really important way to manage your dog. And if you are exploring how to enjoy life with your dog to the fullest, getting your dog into training is critically important, whether it's with us or with somebody else. If you don't do this within the first 30 days, then you're ultimately setting yourself up and your dog up for failure. So make sure that you're proactive and not reactive. Get your dog off to the right start, not just with the right supplies, but get them the right training that's going to get you to the life that you want to live with your dog. We'll see you soon. Have a great day.